Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I'm gonna tell you about the dynamite, who invented by Alfred Nobel. So before we start, I'm gonna tell you what is the definition of an inventor. The inventor. An inventor is someone who makes or produces things and objects for the first time through the use of the imagination or ingenious thinking and experiment. So, in other words, the inventor is someone who created and invented things for humankind. So, what is dynamite? Dynamite is a high explosive consisting of nitroglycerin mixed with an absorbent material and typically molded into sticks. The dynamite has the negative effects and the positive effects. The positive effects is dynamite is 1000 times more powerful than black powder. Dynamite expedited the building of roads, tunnels, canals, and other construction projects worldwide in the second half of the 19th century. And the negative effects is the things inside the dynamite can be an explosive weapons. Explosive weapons can devastate a landscape. They can reduce buildings to toxic rubble and destroy long cherished trees. They can contaminate the soil for decades and cause poisons to leach into once healthy rivers. They can decimate ecosystem and disturb the harmony of nature. So, who is Alfred Nobel? Alfred Nobel was an inventor, entrepreneur, scientist, and businessman who also wrote poetry and drama. Alfred Bernhard Nobel. He was born on 21st October 1833 at Stockholm, Sweden. In 1863, Alfred concentrated on developing nitroglycerin as an explosive. Sadly, these experiments resulted in accident that killed several people, including Alfred's younger brother, Emil. The government decided to ban these experiments within the Stockholm city limits. Alfred didn't give up and moved his experiments to a barge of flat-bottom boat on Lake Mälaren. In 1864, he was able to start mass production of nitroglycerin, but he did not stop experimenting with different additives to make the production much safer. And then Alfred invents dynamite. Alfred found through his experiments that mixing nitroglycerin with a fine sand called Kieselguhr would turn the liquid into paste which could be shaped into rods. These rods could then be inserted into drilling holes. The invention was made in 1866. Alfred got a patent or legal right of ownership on this material the next year. He named it dynamite. He also invented a detonator or blasting cap which could be set off by lighting a fuse. These inventions were made at a time when the diamond drilling cone, a pneumatic drill, came into general use. Together, this invention helped reduce the cost of many construction work like drilling tunnels, blasting rocks, and building bridges, and etc. And many people ask, how does the dynamite help in removing large rocks? So the nitroglycerin inside the dynamite gives off energy to break apart rocks and other hard objects when it stored when it is exploded. There are two kinds of energy. The first one is potential energy, is stored energy, and kinetic energy is the energy that an object has because of its motion. The nitroglycerin in dynamite has stored energy that is given up quickly when it is exploded. The very quick formation of gas produced when the molecules break apart produce the kinetic energy. The force of this energy can break apart rocks, Many inventions find uses other than those for which they were designed. Actually, at the first, Nobel created dynamite to help people in building and mining, but he and others also used dynamite to make bombs, cannons, and rockets used in wars. Nobel wanted his inventions to help people. Instead, dynamite earned money by hurting people and damaging people buildings during war. Before he died, Nobel decided to leave all the money that he earned from his invention to make special awards for important inventions and actions. These awards are known as the five Nobel Prizes. The one most heard of is the Nobel Peace Prize, which is given to people who help the world through their good deeds. There is also a Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Um, Before we end, do you know the Nobel Prize? I'll tell you a little bit about the Nobel Prize. He made it. He made the Nobel Prize. I mean, do you know the Nobel Prize? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the Nobel Prize. Alfred Nobel made it because he fully regretted his inventions. I will tell. The Nobel Prize is a celebration of excellence. The Nobel Prize is considered the most prestigious award in the world in its field. It is awarded to those who during the preceding year shall have conferred the greatest benefit on mankind. In 1891, he commented on his dynamite factories by saying to the Countess, "Perhaps my factories will put an end to war sooner than your congresses. On the day that two army corps can mutually annihilate each other in a second, all civilized nations will surely recoil with horror and disband their troops." Well, well, I think that's all from me. Well, I think that's all from me. Thank you and goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam from Medan.